Alright, so I just finished, finally, for like ever, Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And it feels like this. Before we get into this review, like deep into this review, there's a little sweepstakes that's happening most of this month. If you can enter in to be like a cameo or whatever, or basically walk down the red carpet, I believe. Sweepstakes of seeing the Five Nights at Freddy's second movie early. So it should be somewhere up here in the corner that I put. So let's get into this review, shall we? Now basically this movie ties right into the universe. So we have a brand new character that we never heard of named Mike, and he has a sister named Abby.
Hey, you want your usual, right?
Yeah.
Now Mike has some mental problems and he's had some problems holding a job. His career counselor is thinking he's a basket case or some kind of like menace to society.
What is your deal, Mike?
There is a little bit of backstory that they do touch on, which ties into the missing children, if you know about the game. But his story ties in really well, and it's very messed up. Also, he runs into some legal troubles. Like, basically, they're taking his ass to court over legal guardian issues.
I hope that you will sign.
And if I don't?
Well, then my lawyer and I will have to take you to court, where any judge...
Anyways, Homeboy's options are looking very grim for him and very limited. He's messed up a lot and for a few years. So, wouldn't you guess it, he lands a job at the old Freddy Fazbear's that's broken down. There's even like little funny Easter eggs that I know are going to lead into the second movie, especially if you know how things moved from the first game to the second game. Of course, our main character meets new characters, and they somehow tie into the plot line, and it's either a good thing or a bad thing.
That your eyes are bloodshot and your heart rate's through the roof. And aside from that gash on your arm, which, let's be honest, is pretty freaking bizarre, you've been acting suspicious since the moment you opened.
And then, of course, you end up meeting these chumps. So, is the Freddy Fazbear's movie, live-action movie, adaptation of the best video game franchise, you know, depending on who you talk to and what era you've basically played, but is the movie worth it? Is it worth those ratings that Rotten Tomato gave it? No. No. This movie actually scared me just about as much as the game. And it had moments that, you know, took on its own, where it's like, you know, things seem to not be one thing, and then it completely turns the tables on you. And it did it how the game would do it. And it took all the lore and just made a complete story out of it. And this basically felt like a spin-off game. You know, like what could have been, what, you know, it basically did what the Fallout series did, made its own thing and tie into the game. It's awesome. So those ratings are bullshit. Here's the ratings that it should have been. And yes, you should be watching this movie. And they have the second movie almost going to be on its way out. And the third movie is in development. And the fourth movie is being talked about. So I hope they make a good amount of these games into movies. Don't go crazy and don't go, you know, doing too much stupid shit. But definitely get the creator of the game to come back and work on these movies, because I look forward to the second movie, because this movie was, I think this movie's a masterpiece, honestly. It really is. Even if you haven't played the game, you still would kind of understand it. I think you haven't been paying attention for these ratings to be like that. So that's just about it for you. This is the No Bullshit channel, and those ratings are bullshit. So watch this movie, especially if you're a fan of the game. See you guys in the next video.